Hi, my name is Vidi Shukla, and this is the behind the scenes Shriek interview. So here in my hand I have the top 4 most searched questions about my film, so let's get into answering. Question number 1. Was the production process hard? If so, what challenges did you face? The production process, yes, was hard. I was working by myself, so I didn't really have anyone to coordinate things with. And that came with many challenges, like how would I plan? Where would my location be? What genre am I even talking about here? What tropes should I follow? And I think that's where working by myself really helped, because I was able to identify all of those little things on my own without having to compromise or sacrifice for a group who didn't really agree to the same terms I had set for myself. So I got to use those challenges to an advantage when making my film. That was question 1. Question 2. Was the cold pool water really that cold? Yes. It was very, very cold. I went into the pool around 9 o'clock, and I believe it was a 40-degree day. Very, very cold. It definitely took a lot of time for me to settle in the water before I started filming, before I could even remember my lines, because of the severity of the extreme pressure I was under. It was hard to just get take after take after take, being in the water for so long. But yeah, it really was that cold. But I got out of there quick. That was question 2. Question 3. What improvements would you go back and make? I would go and improve probably the equipment that I used during my filming. Due to circumstances, my phone broke a few days prior before filming, so I had to use my cousin's phone. My cousin played Ghostface, however, he is not here right now to complete this interview with me. However, yeah, I used his phone in order to send it to myself, since I don't have my phone. I had to edit on an iPad. There's no way for us to really transfer the footage over, so I had to ask my mom for help. And due to the transformation of all that footage, the quality just started to just deteriorate over time. So I definitely would change the equipment, or just try to find any other way of filming to get that quality to be at least a bit better. I think that I could have also improved in my acting skills. Though the genre was supposed to be comedic horror, I still think that I could have added more horroristic aspects. Though the film was very kind of modern, kind of funny, there was no punchlines being thrown out. That was mainly due to the fact that there's only 2 characters in this film. But yeah, I would improve on just developing the horror trope a little bit further. And lastly, our final question. What did working alone teach you? As I mentioned before, working alone definitely taught me how to be patient with myself, as well as the importance of planning and editing and taking that time out of your day to just strictly commit to one thing. It definitely let me take ownership and accountability of any mistakes that I made through my filming, such as if audio didn't line together, I couldn't blame it on someone. I took advantage of that opportunity and just fixed it on my own, because I'm the only one working. But yeah, being alone really taught me a lot of things, as well as how to get specific angles Because when you're with a lot of people, your mind can be distracted. You're not really thinking about the angles, the lighting, um, all sorts of conventions, as well as like props you could use, like mise en scène. Um, you're not really thinking about that stuff. So I think working alone really like grounded me in the sense that I was able to be aware of what my next move could and should be. So yeah, and that is the top 4 most searched questions about my film Shriek. Thank you.